by not modifying your note. Okay? So we'll start out with the basics. First, here is your basic transaction. Okay? You have your bank. They give you a mortgage. That mortgage consists of a deed of trust and a promissory note. And as you remember, as we've been talking for so many months, what the banks were doing between 2003 and 2008 were bundling these notes in packages of anywhere between 1,000 and 10,000, and they would assign them over to what's called a mortgage-backed security trust. It's also referred to as a REMIC, a real estate mortgage investment conduit. It's also referred to pass-through securities. There's lots of different names for them, but a mortgage-backed security trust is the most common. And so as they would assign these trusts, these promissory notes to the trust, this trust would assume as many promissory notes as they could within 90 days, and then they would send out a prospectus stating that this trust has so many 5,031 notes in it, and it's worth $5 billion, and this is how much the shares are, and they'd send it out, the prospectus, to their potential buyers. If the value of the promissory notes went up, then the shareholders would make money. If the value of the promissory notes went down, then they would lose money. That's a very basic understanding of this, because this is a complicated area right here, but that, for this purposes, that's all you need to know. Okay, well, once they do that, keep in mind, the bank has just sold its interest in your promissory note and deed of trust to this entity. They no longer own it. They're no longer really acting as a bank. What they do preserve, though, when they transfer this, are the servicing rights, okay? And those are the rights that are given to the bank and to a variety of different banks. You often see that when you receive a letter saying that your bank, the new servicer for your note is such and such bank. And what that means is this bank is receiving, as a servicer, a certain amount of money each time you send your payment off to the bank. So for example, let's say you have Bank of America and your mortgage is $1,500. The bank will take, hypothetically say, $100 for their servicing fee, and the rest goes to the REMIC, okay? Now, there's an agreement between the bank or servicer and this mortgage-backed security trust. That agreement is known as a pooling and servicing agreement, and that spells out the terms of this servicing contract that they have with a mortgage-backed security trust. The specific provision that you need to know about is this, that if one of these notes goes into default, then the bank or servicer is then entitled to receive up to 2 times their servicing fee. So instead of making $100 a month, now they're making $200 a month.